Jeff talked to me and Dave and everybody else about 4 months ago. I think we read about it. He decided, at that time that he did not want to do this. And I don't know if he woke up one morning with a head injury or what, but he's now decided to do it. And I can't think of a finer representative of Western North Carolina than Jeff Miller.
I'm Beck Miller, and on September 19th of this year, I turn 18, which means this will be the very first election I'll ever get to vote in. Now, it's not something that's as big a deal as a presidential election, but I wouldn't have it any other way. A lot of people choose the candidate they're going to vote for based on their beliefs or what they've done for the community. But for me, it's a whole lot more than that. The candidate I'm going to vote for is someone that's a role model to me. Someone I've spent my entire life aspiring to be like. Someone who's always there for me and always will be. The first person I'm ever going to vote for is my father, Jeff Miller.
That's going to take a minute. If it all ends today, I've got that. Okay. Thanks, Beck. That means more than you'll ever know. Thanks to my wife, Tamara. She and Beck have been a huge part of this decision, and I could not and would not do it without them. Tom and Dave and George and so many others that have had to listen to me as I debated this whole thing over the last few months. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Let me begin by saying that never in my wildest dreams did I believe I'd be standing here and asking the people of Western North Carolina to entrust me with the privilege of representing them in the United States Congress. I'm deeply humbled by the support and encouragement that I've received over the last several months, and I'll never forget it. To all the veterans, all veterans here, it means so much that you're here to me. You know that. Other than my time away at college, I've lived in Henderson County my entire life. After graduating from Appalachian State in 1977, I went to work in my family's business, Miller's Laundry and Dry Cleaning. Today I serve as president of Miller's, which I'm proud to say is starting its 95th year in business here in Hendersonville. Over the years, we've employed hundreds of Henderson County's finest and hardest working and loyal citizens. I want to say thanks to those current and former employees that are here today. I appreciate you guys. Did you punch out when you left? Is that a campaign problem? Is that a campaign problem? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. 95 years, though. That's third generation. Beck informed me when he was 8 that he wasn't going to do it. So he's so much smarter than I am. But since 2006, I've been a part of something that's simply amazing. Honor Air. As many of you know, Honor Air is an organization whose sole purpose is to provide the World War II generation with an opportunity to experience their memorial in Washington, D.C. Our very first pre-flight meeting took place in this same room with many of the same veterans, guardians, and team members that are present here today. I'm so proud of what Honor Air has accomplished and of the friends and the community that made it a reality, not only in Henderson County, but in over 30 states throughout this country. Thomas Jefferson was never able to walk in his memorial, nor was Lincoln. But last year alone, more than 17,000 veterans were able to walk in theirs thanks to the time and energy that you've given to Honor Air. You've taught me so much about honor and service, and I thank you to all the veterans and to all the Honor Air crew for being here today. Like many of you and many of our friends and neighbors, the past several years have brought feelings of ever-increasing concern, anxiety, and frustration. Frustration above all. Our national government seems incapable of addressing our national challenges. The broken politics being played out in Washington, D.C. today have unjustly divided us for far too long. The result is an overly anxious nation on the verge of complete exhaustion. That's why today I'm announcing my candidacy for the Republican nomination to represent the 11th District of North Carolina in the United States Congress. Thank you. I'm a conservative that believes in fiscal restraint and limited government. I believe in an individual's entrepreneurship over the sometimes choking constraints of government regulation. I believe deeply in the shared values of Main Street and that we must honor the Constitution. Yet, even as I seek the Republican nomination for Congress, I will never forget that I'm an American first. My door will always be open to those willing to make North Carolina and the United States a better place. I believe that serving in the United States Congress is an honor, not a career. It's about service and not being served. I do not want to come home from Washington with anything I did not leave for Washington with. I've spent the last 3 years serving America's greatest generation. Beyond my marriage and the birth of our only child, it has been the single greatest honor of my life. With but a very few exceptions, their generation still believes that America's best days are ahead. Living into your 80s bears remarkable wisdom and grace. And I have complete faith in that vision. Yet we all feel the urgent challenges facing the United States today. We need a common sense approach, stopping the runaway spending in Washington that threatens to bankrupt our country, creating good jobs for Western North Carolina by investing in innovation and small business, keeping America strong, secure, and safe from terrorism, opposing tax increases, honoring our veterans and those who serve our country, and restoring honesty and integrity to Congress. During this campaign, I promised to rise above division, above party politics, and above the idea that you're either all Democrat or all Republican, and that we can't find some common sense solutions. It is this division alone that makes our challenges seem so overwhelming. We're being governed by political parties rather than individuals from individual elections. That changes in the 11th district in November of this year. Abraham Lincoln once said of his governing philosophy, "I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts." I believe in all of you, and with your support, I pledge to deliver the voices from the Western North Carolina to the halls of the United States Congress. I respectfully ask for your vote, your support, and I hope you will join this effort. Thanks so much for being here. This is more than I ever imagined, and may God bless.